Alright, everybody, this is Steve here from the My Wife is Gonna Kill Me podcast. And I'm here today to give you a fat-fingered review, because you'll see my fingers are super fat, of the Mythic Legions 4 Horsemen Zone line, Sir Owain. Now, been waiting a long time for these figures. These figures they're awesome. I've never been excited for anything more in my life. Especially not my kids. I've been waiting for over a year for these figures, and I still haven't got mine. But a friend of mine got his. So, he gave me one to check out. And so thought, well, since I have it in my possession, we got to take a closer look at this thing, because it is fantastic. These things are the quality is so good on them. The paint apps, the detail, the sculpting, it is truly just amazing. They're unbelievable. Collecting. I've been a long time collector of Masters of the Universe classics, Marvel Legends. A lot of 6-inch stuff, Star Wars Black, Hasbro. These take the cake. They're simply, in my opinion, I think the best 6-inch figures that are available on the market today. Well, if you get it on the Kickstarter, they're not really available on the market, but they're just fantastic. For those of you who care, the packaging, it's like that. You can find pictures of the packaging anywhere online. It's cool packaging. It's resealable. 4 Horsemen tend to do that. I think that's a cool idea. I'm glad they do it. But really, if you buy these things and keep them in package, I mean, everybody, you can do your own thing. But if you buy these things and keep them in package, you are, I think, crazy, because you really can't. There's so much fun playability with them. By experiencing them out of the package. For instance, the articulation, it's just fantastic. He's got good side to side movement, up and down. Up down's doesn't go too far. Up goes pretty good. Good enough. They've got this right here, which was so cool. We couldn't tell this when we pre-ordered them, or if you pre-ordered them, but I'm gonna take this out of his hands for now. This part here is very soft and flexible. It looks like it would be hard and stiff like armor, but it's really cool, because if you don't get that side to side, and it needs to move a little bit to allow that to happen. It certainly can. And then it comes with these shoulder pads. Looks like a lot of their characters are going to do this. And they plug into these pegs on the back. You can see on the back I've got one in and one out. That's because, he comes with obviously 2 of them. You can put it however you want. I prefer to leave one off, because I think that's a cool look. But you can do it any way you want. But again, movable, flexible, you can bend it around. Here's one thing that is kind of, it's not really a bummer, but if you're going to pose these things dynamically, chances are he's going to pop apart on you. They're made to be swappable to a huge extent. I mean, you could put different torsos on different bodies, different, I don't know what you'd call these, thigh guards on different pieces. You could just mix and match till your heart's content all day long, which will be fun when I get my shipment, because I will actually have something to swap around and play with. But again, you just gotta see. I'm sure it's not popping up in the camera as good as this thing looks in person. But yeah, well, so his arms, decent range of motion. I mean, for an armored figure, usually you lose a ton of that articulation. Elbow's not going to go past much of a 90 here. You got a swivel here. You've got swivels at his hands, and you've also got wrist articulation here. He's got great forward kicking motion. He's got great rear kicking motion. Knees bend to a 90. Also swivel here. My favorite part of this, these guys know how to nail an ankle articulation. You can, in this ankle articulation, anybody who collects toys knows that that is a very important feature if you want to pose them dynamically and make them stand up without a stand. I didn't get any stands for these guys. The Four Horsemen have them cool stands. I opted to not get them, and it's cool because I don't think I'm gonna need him. He stands. He's awesome. His shield, fantastic. It's clean. It's not weathered. There are going to be some that are weathered, have battle damage on them. His spear as well, clean. I do get, let's see here, thought I had a little bit of paint rub. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm not seeing, oh, no, I'm not seeing it right now, but I thought I had some paint rub on here. I guess not. But again, these guys, I mean, if you want to have your man in armor, your Sir Orwain, and you want him in, a fantastic pose, looking like he is going to go to battle with an orc or a skeleton warrior or anything cool, you're going to be able to pull off these poses. And that is why these are fantastic. There's so much. I'm going to get him. There, he stands. It was that easy. I mean, obviously there are cooler poses I could put him in, but and I have put him in. Ooh, shadow. But just, I can't say enough good about these things. Everything's smooth. Everything seems to fit. Everything's tight. If you didn't get in on the Kickstarter, apparently they're gonna have the storehorseman.com or whatever. I think that's the name. Shop Store Horseman, maybe. I should get my stuff right if I'm gonna make a video, but you can find them. Four Horsemen. Search them. You'll find them. You'll find these guys. A lot of them are sold out right now as I record this. However, they say they're coming back for another order at some point, and they're going to redo these 1.0s, I believe. So, get on it. If you like toys, you like sword and sorcery, these right here, I think, are the best out there. So, yeah, check us out. I have a podcast, My Wife's Gonna Kill Me. You can search for us on iTunes, Podomatic, and Stitcher. You'll hear us talk about these things, but you can't see us talking about these things. That's why I'm recording this video. So, fans wanted us to show what we are talking about because it's easier, and here it is. So, hopefully you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the toy aisle.